get ready for change, time change.
The hits Waterfalls, No Scrubs, Creep, and What About Your Friends, just to name a few. But on April 25th, 2002, tragedy struck, and Left Eye Lopes was killed in a car accident. But you know what? Left Eye left a legacy for us. And today we have Reighndrop Lopes. Yes, we have the sister of Left Eye Lopes here to share with us the legacy that Left Eye Lopes left behind. Thank you so much, Reighndrop. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great.
Miss Lopes. She left us a legacy. Can you tell us your input, what you have right now going on in store for us with Left Eye's legacy?
Well, we put out the DVD to the Last Days of Left Eye documentary. Mm-hmm. That was one of the first projects that we utilized to carry on her legacy, because she was in Honduras filming a documentary, you know. Right. So we wanted to, yes, I was there also. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to carry that out, you know, for her. Taken a couple songs from that album, which was called Supernova, mm-hmm. and we've taken some never before released, heard tracks and put them all together. And album's called Our Legacy. And
you have a lot of artists on there. Tupac.
Yeah, we have Missy. Tupac, Missy Elliott, T-Boz and Chili are on a track. We have Free from 106 and Park.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm singing on a track. I'm on
and you're
a couple
on
songs.
There.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that song. How did that?
Okay, this was interesting. When we first met up with the label that was going to do the album, I said, this one song called Never Will I Ever, it's mine. I'm taking it and I'm rocking it out for me and Lisa, you know, because I also know Lisa wanted to get into rock as her next venture. So, and I do rock. So I took the song, I went to my producer who does my music, Andrew Lane, and we just rocked it out, and so I'm on it with her, and it's like, it's our song.
I was reading that some of the proceeds of the album are going to Lisa's school in Honduras, or
yes, the Lisa Lopes Foundation.
Okay,
and if you want to log on, it's lisalopesfoundation.org. And what it does is we have an orphanage in Honduras. So we have, I think, about 15 to 20 kids in there from like ages 3 to about 15 or 16. You know, they don't have homes and stuff like that. So they're living there, and we want to build a medical center right next door, you know, so the proceeds would go to that. We also have programs in Atlanta for underprivileged families, underprivileged
I want to talk about the documentary. It's about the book that I have out, Domestic Abuse. I contacted you after I seen the documentary, and right away you jumped on it like, yes, you know, it's about a young girl going through abusive relationship. What inspired you to take on a project like that? I mean,
well, when I first heard about it and you sent me the script, well, some scenes from the book, instantly I was attracted to it because, number one, it was a real-life situation. Number two, there's a lot of females going through that. And, you know, growing up, not that I was in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship or husband and wife, but, you know, my parents were in that type of relationship. You know, my mom, you know, was physically abused years growing up. And, you know, me as a child, you know, I'm watching that. And, you know, that affects the children, like, huge, you know, hugely. It affects, you know, the kids growing up with that. So, you know, I don't want any kid or grown person or teenager to have to deal with that, you know, whether it's firsthand or secondhand. I think it's very important to educate, you know, females, especially young females, getting into relationships with older guys, you know, because they may want more stability or, you know, the superficial things in life they may be attracted to. But, you know, I think it's important to educate them on signs, certain signs, you know, they may see in the early stages of, you know, that relationship. So they'll know to get out before it gets too late.
And it's something because I really had Left Eye in mind for ICE, and then when I heard about the tragedy, I was like devastated. And then when I seen you on the documentary, I was like, oh my gosh, she looks so much like Left Eye, you know. And then looking at the documentary, also seeing that Left Eye went through abuse, you know.
Exactly.
And I was like, were you there when she went through some of that also?
I was there in bits and pieces of it.
It must have been hard.
Because the night of the fire was a big fight. So here and there,
Wow, I really think, too, that she would have been a part. And that's why I'm so glad that, you know, you are going to be a part of it. I really think that the impact that you're going to have, even from the music, you know, talk about the song Venus that you have. It's about a girl, your friend, that went through abuse, too. Can you talk a little bit
Yes,
about that?
I wrote it. It was a true story when I was 6 years old. It's actually when my mom, she took us and fled to Florida, running from my dad, so it was just her and us 3 kids. So
This is a song right here,
yes,
too, and we're going to be playing. This is called Venus.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I was 6 years old. This was my best friend, this little white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl. She was my best friend. We had all our classes together. And one day she ran away to my house, you know, and she took me in the bathroom and she showed me her back. You know, and it had, like, burn marks and, like, whoop marks on her back. And she told me her mom did it. You know, so, you know, I was, like, 6 years old. I didn't know what to do, but I know I didn't want her to go back home, you know. So I told my mom, and my mom didn't know what to do because at the time we lived in Pensacola, Florida. It was very racist there, you know, and this was a white child. She ran away to our house. You know, we're black, you know. So my mom, I guess she was kind of scared, so she called the police. So the police came with her mom and took her away, and that's the last I ever saw her.
Oh my God.
Like, I don't even think I saw her in school after that. So, like, till this day, I don't know what happened to her. I don't know if she stayed with her mom eventually. You know, I have no clue what happened, you know.
Wow.
And I would, you know, this song, you know, hopefully wherever she is, you know, if she's still out there, maybe she'll hear the song.
And her name is Venus.
Yes, her name is Venus.
Wow, Venus, if you're watching, this song is dedicated to you. I hope that you're out of the abusive situation. It's something. I live with my best friend, and I watched her go through abuse from her parent. And like you said, whether it's abuse from a parent or from a boyfriend or from a husband, it's still abuse, you know. And we really need people like you that are making a difference. We need people to come out of the closet with abuse, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a trap. People feel like I can't say anything.
They feel they have to protect, you know, this person for whatever reason, you know.
And sometimes when they run away, it's like they don't want to press charges. Tell me a little bit about this. Tell me a little bit about these clothes.
Okay. Now, I'm not the type of person that is going to sit down at a machine and sew. That's too boring for me. So I find things,
I love it.
and I rip it up. I glue stuff on, you know, stuff like that. So
Aren't these cute? Now,
actually,
did you do this?
okay, I'm going to tell you the story of these. These were a pair of pants that were made for me to perform in. And I told the designer, I designed them with the designer. I told them what I wanted on it.
Okay.
I said I do not want the pants to be tight.
Okay.
They sent me the pants the day before the show, and they were tight. I don't wear tight pants like that. So I cut them in half and made them leggings.
Lisa's message was
Lisa's message definitely was to teach people that everything that they need is within themselves. You know, you don't have to look to outer sources, you know, to realize, to feel complete, you know, to realize, you know, different things. It's all in you, you know what I mean? But if you're not in tune to it, you know, then you may never find it. And a lot of people make themselves, you know, not succeed at certain things. You know, it's like they're their worst critic.